Hey there, Julie Stonefelt here, and welcome to my homestead in the Snoqualmie Valley of Washington State. Today I'm going to share with you my tool shed makeover. Excuse me. And when we first purchased this place, it was green and peeling, and it was just packed full of garbage and debris left by the former owner. And our first year, we decided to make it our first project, and we turned it into our tool shed. And our thinking was that if we make our tool shed a beautiful and happy place that kind of models what we want the rest of our spaces to be, it'll create joy for us. And then as we do our other projects, it will be our go-to sort of landing pad and source of our tools. So you can see we also have another shed. It's a plastic shed. I don't love it, but I do love the space and the protection. So that's where we keep a lot of our garden supplies and tools for gardening. But this is our tool and construction shed. So let me show you inside. It's a typical 10 by 12 tough shed, pre-made. And we completely gutted the inside and then redid it. And I did pegboard on all of the walls so that we had a lot of flexibility depending on how we want to use the space over time, and thinking of potential future buyers that might own the home after us. So the first spot we've got here is just a little tub where we keep a lot of our cut extra small pieces of wood. On the homestead, we've learned that prices and the costs can add up really quickly, so we save everything and make do as much as possible. And then over here we've got some shelving that we made just out of some really basic lumber, and we keep a lot of our random supplies, live trap, which we've mostly used to rescue stray cats, but my husband and I worked in wildlife for a really long time, so we always keep things like that around. Our camping supplies, and extra storage on the bottom. The floor is a really nice, strong, easy to use vinyl. It looks like wood, but it's just peel and stick. Super easy to use. Bought it at a big box store, put it in a day. And then moving around the room, on the back wall, we've got our extension cords, pry bars, kind of big things that are, you know, a little awkward to store, stored right on the wall. Really saves space. You can also see that I have a shelf all the way around the room. The shelf itself is a nice place to store things like paint, and then those brackets, which I got at IKEA, are nice to hang things off of as well. So in the middle, we have our beloved table saw, and this really great, let me see if I can get you a good foot, organizer that I got at Harbor Freight. So lots of organization space, and it even has a little table on the end. On this side of the room is where I think of all the fun stuff as being. This is where we keep a lot of our tools. So I made these workbenches out of simple lumber that I bought at a big box store as well, and I painted the top of them with chalkboard paint so that we can, you know, scratch on them, equations, numbers, dimensions, really easily. And then below is a couple more layers of shelving where we can store additional supplies and tools. One of the things that I love, it's simple. I think it only cost maybe like $5, but this fun little rotating tray from Harbor Freight as well. Got our PPE, our ear protection, masks, our eye protection. We've got some of our tools here, and then I found these great little tubs that are easy and fun to use to hold our screws and nails. Nice window here. Above it is where we keep our levels, and then more counter space. I like to keep this free and open right in front of the window. I've also got a vise here, and Then on this wall, I have these really handy magnet strips. So I put tools that we frequently want at hand right here for easy use. And then on the back of the door, I've just put some simple hooks. And this is where we keep our personal protective equipment for using the chainsaw, some aprons and bags and supplies. And eventually I think that I'd like to possibly put some more hangers on the other door, or maybe even some really narrow shelves for spray paint cans. But for now we're keeping them up there, as you can see. Now on the ceiling, I splurged a little bit and I used shiplap. I love the way it looks, and we don't have a lot of uses for it, so we did that. And you can see the light. We don't have electricity in the shed. I wish that we did, but it doesn't run here and it's just cost prohibitive for us to add it. But we do have this great system, a big chargeable electrical units that are a component of Ego that we originally got with our lawnmower. So I can put one up on top of the shelf and plug in this light if I want additional illumination. So there you go. That is my shed, and I hope that you enjoyed the tour and it inspires you that even if you have a small space and limited budget, you can do something really fun. Thanks for watching. Be well.